Hi YouTube, Forehead Piper here. I'm making a video talk about a few tips and tricks that I've picked up in the last 3-4 months of my pipe smoking hobby. Hopefully these will help some of the new pipe smokers. Now, I'm not going to go into a video about how to pack and light your pipe, which blends to pick, which pipes to pick. I'm not going to do that. I think there's plenty of information out there on YouTube and on pipe forums that will help the new pipe smoker to decide whether or not to smoke a certain pipe or try a certain blend, or how to, perform all the mechanics of pipe smoking. For me, my biggest thing is a couple of pitfalls that I have kind of stepped into in my first few months of pipe smoking. And I just want to share that with you because I think it'd be valid information, and it's information that's shared out there, but I don't hear a lot of it. So yeah, let's get started. My first piece of advice is to go slow, and that kind of encompasses a lot of different aspects of pipe smoking. First off, just smoke slow, enjoy it, spend the time, be reflective while you're smoking, and just enjoy it. That's what it's all about, is just enjoying it, having a little bit of you time to think about things, to consider the blend and consider the pipe that you're smoking, or just to consider your day and think about the problems that you faced, or maybe the successes that you had throughout the day, and to celebrate those things with a little bit of delicious pipe tobacco. Now, I also mean to go slow when starting, because I did not. Go slow in purchasing pipe tobacco, go slow in purchasing your pipes, go slow in doing your research. Take your time. There's no rush, okay? My advice would be buy a couple of corncob pipes, buy 1 or 2 blends of tobacco, whether it's aromatic or English blends or straight Virginia or whatever you want to start off with, and that's going to be your choice, because that's going to be basically indicative of why you decided to start pipe smoking. For me, I really thought aromatic pipe tobacco was going to be my way, and I thought I would be smoking candy in my Savinelli, and I don't have a Savinelli today, but I really wanted some really elaborate, expensive pipe and some really expensive pipe tobacco that tasted nothing like tobacco in the beginning. I really didn't know. So I spent a lot of time buying pipes, spent a lot of money. I bought a ton of different blends. I probably have, I don't know, over 30 blends of tobacco and probably just as many pipes. And I probably only needed 2 pipes and maybe 2 blends for the first 3 months of smoking. So take it slow. Spend little money. Pick a couple of blends, because you're really not going to know what a blend tastes like until you've smoked it a few times. Me, I made the mistake of buying way too many blends. I'd smoke it one time, I'd make a judgment call on whether or not I liked it, and then I'd move on to the next blend. So now I'm kind of doing rework. I'm going back through, smoking some blends, 5 to 10 bowls of them, to decide, do I really like this blend or do I not like this blend? Is it close to what I'm looking for? Is it not quite close? Taking the time to decide, because that's going to inform my purchasing. That's going to inform me as a pipe smoker. Buying a corncob pipe is perfectly cool. It sounds a little, probably to the novice pipe smoker or somebody who doesn't know much about pipe smoking, it sounds like, cue the banjos, let's get our corncob pipe out. But really, a corncob pipe is a quality pipe. They smoke cool, they smoke really nicely, and you get a really good sense of what a blend's going to taste like after you smoke them a few times. Of course, you have to kind of break in your corncob pipe and burn that shank out of it a little bit, so once you get down to the bottom, you do get that kind of acrid smoky taste. But 3/4 of the bowl down, you're pretty much getting a good glimpse of what that particular blend's going to taste like. So start with a cob, start slow, don't spend a ton of money off the bat. My second piece of advice is to pick a type of tobacco that you want to stick with, and then stick with it for a while. I already kind of mentioned that, but you know, are you an aromatic pipe smoker? Do you want to have a vanilla flavor in your pipe tobacco, chocolate, cherry, those types of things? If that's the case, that's great. Some people really enjoy that. I did at first, and I still do occasionally, but I have changed definitely as I've kind of gone through my first couple of months. But stick with it, because you're really not going to know what a blend tastes like until you've taken the time to really understand it and kind of sort out the complexities of a blend. Some blends aren't that complex. Some are really complex, and you really have to smoke them a few times to understand what they're all about. So take your time with that, and stick with a couple of blends and a couple of pipes for a couple of months. That's my advice. It's going to keep it cheap for you. It's going to keep it focused for you, and then you can kind of move on and keep on going and decide whether or not you're going to change to Latakia blends. Maybe you do like aromatic blends, but certain ones that are cased or topped in certain ways, you don't really love them. You're going to figure those things out. But that's part of the adventure, that's part of the fun of pipe smoking, is trying new things. It's just like drinking wine or tasting whiskey or craft beer or anything like that. It's about trying new things, but also giving those particular blends, particular drinks, a chance. Because if you just take a sip of something and make a judgment call, you're really not giving it a chance to understand all of the things that are behind that particular flavor, those flavors, the complexities of that. And then my third piece of advice is to do your research. There's a lot of great presenters out there, a lot of good folks on the forums who have great advice, who've been doing this for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and there's so much information out there right now that you could spend your whole day doing research about pipe smoking. And I often am just sitting, hanging out, you know, getting ready for bed or whatever, watching a few videos, you know, doing a little research. I would suggest you start off with some of the heavy hitters on YouTube, and that would be Mutton Chop Piper. He's going to teach you everything you need to know about the mechanics of pipe smoking, and then he's going to review some blends for you too. So that was a great place for me to start. He's got so many videos, it's ridiculous. And then I've branched out into watching Stuff and Things, Eddie Gray at the Pipe Nook, George Bruno, the Salt and Silver. He's got a lot of cool videos that aren't all about pipe smoking. There's a ton, and I'm not going to name everybody right now. Certainly, there's a ton of really good presenters out there. Matches, 860, he's great too. So many people out there with a lot of knowledge and experience. I would suggest that you do your research as you're trying your blends. That's basically what I do. I sit right out here on my back porch. I smoke my pipe a couple times a week, and during that time I'm going through watching YouTube videos about pipe smoking and increasing my knowledge. So hopefully this was informative. I know I kind of rambled a little bit. It's kind of my style. Hopefully you like my style. If not, that's cool. If you do like, you know, what I'm presenting, you know, shoot me a subscribe or shoot me a comment and let me know what you think. Hopefully I'll be posting a few videos each week, maybe 1 or 2, 3, who knows. We'll see where it takes me. It's been fun today posting a few videos, and hopefully you guys like them too. So for now, cheers, and we'll see you soon.